Right now I'm taking a course called Energy in Everyday Life, and one of the projects in that course is going to be making a lemon battery, and I will show you how to do that today. So let's get to it. First step is to wash your penny, make sure it's really nice and clean. I found a really shiny one, which works out really well. The second step is to get a lemon, and in order to activate the juice and get it a little more juicy, you gotta give it a nice gentle roll on top of a countertop. There we go, and that kind of breaks up the cell walls inside too, so that there's more juice. A battery has two terminals, and so you have to make two cuts close together, about 1 centimeter apart, in order to attach what we're going to use for our terminals. So my first cut is going to be about 1 centimeter deep and 2 centimeters wide, like so. This second cut is going to be about 1 centimeter apart and very similar in the shape. The penny is going to be inserted into the first slit right here, about halfway, just enough so it's touching the juice. And we're going to use strips of tin foil as our conductor so that the electricity will flow through these strips of tin foil. You want to cut it into a rectangular shape, about 20 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide, and then fold it into thirds like so. Attach one end to the penny, which is the first positive terminal, using a paper clip. And you want to make sure that your paper clip is coated. That way it doesn't conduct electricity, because we're not trying to get any electricity through the paper clip. We're just using this to attach this strip of aluminum foil to the terminal. So as you can see, you've got this tin foil attached like so to the first terminal. I kind of squeeze the lemon together a little bit to try to open up the hole, and then just slide it in just like that, because you want to have the tin foil touching the juice inside, which is the battery. So in the instructions it said you could maybe feel some kind of current right here, and honestly I don't feel anything at all. It just feels like two strips of tin foil with nothing going on. But I've got this voltage measurement right here, and I can set it to a setting on here that is very sensitive. It only senses up to 2 volts. So the penny is always going to be the positive terminal. So we're going to take the black end and touch it on the positive side, and then we're going to take our red end and touch on the, and it tells me on there that it's a 0.4. We clearly attached everything properly. For the sake of time, I actually already have a few of these made up. I was hoping I could string them together like a daisy chain and power up this little LED light that I just so happen to have. I think what I'm going to do is remove a couple of these and just attach them like so, just to make sure that the connection is direct. Okay, there's one. So I have these two ends right here that are extra pointy because I want to use these to touch the terminals inside this LED light. Maybe after I attach all 4, I'll actually be able to feel something in my finger when I touch both ends, because it said in the directions that you can feel like a tingling, and I didn't feel no tingling. Just for fun, I'm gonna actually test the energy, the voltage in all 4 together, and I've got like a 0.2 volts, like way less than half, to power something like this light up, so I'm pretty skeptical. Yeah, 0.2 volts of energy doesn't feel like much. There's 4 connections inside the USB slot. The center ones are the ones that carry the data, and the outer ones are the ones that are the positive and negative terminals. I'm actually just going to touch these 2 ends onto the terminals inside there, or at least try. I'm going to be really surprised if something happens. Yeah, so far not seeing anything going on with this light. I could try to reverse the terminals. I'll just try doing these this way, and then I'll try to reverse them, and then if not, yeah, then I'll just say like, okay, it's just not enough. So I was gonna try this one on this side, and this one on this side. Yeah, I don't see anything going on here. Okay, well, anyway, I wasn't too hopeful with this anyway, but at least we know that there is a current going through. So that is how to make a lemon battery. I do have one more thing to try, which was in the directions, which was to try a different material for the terminal. The directions asked for a penny, and I'm gonna try cutie. Hopefully this is the key to working. So just like before, I'm gonna insert it just enough so it's touching the juice, right? So, like so. I'm gonna attach this with the coated paper clip. Get a nice attachment. I'm going to try to test these terminals with the voltmeter. Positive is over here. Oh, look at that, dude, it's like a whole half a volt. This key is actually like the key to making more energy. So it's at 0 right now. Positive, negative. It's 0.5. Like I haven't seen 0.5 this whole time. I actually have a couple more keys. These are just random keys I found. Okay, so I want to see if I can actually get this to work and actually have some real electricity. Put the key in like so. It's kind of like the sword in the stone. There we go. And I like how they're much easier to reach. And for fun, I'm actually just going to test these 2, just the 2 alone. Ooh, it's 0.9. Ooh, we got all the way up to a whole volt. Which makes sense because if one lemon was like 0.5, 2 would mean right around 1. Could expect to see a 1.5 volt reading. And I've got a 1.43, which is awesome. Kind of like what I was expecting. I actually want to try this light one last time. I'm not gonna give up on you, buddy. Not much going on. I would need like 10 lemons to light this up, honestly. So now let's see if I can feel the electricity between the 2 ends. I must have thick skin because I don't really feel 1 volt. 1.5 volts doesn't really feel like anything to me. 1.4. I like these keys better than the pennies. Alright. Certain metals conduct better than others. Good night.